Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. With that, it's time to crown the champion of the NFC, and to call the action, we send it to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Redskins. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now a first down throw, gone. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They run it here. Where? And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down.
Super 66.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Super 66.
They run again with Ware. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting him.
That's caught inside the 20. A big gain of 39 on third.
There's obviously nothing shy about the guys dialing up offense here. They take a shot on third down, and boy, did they get rewarded, even though there was good defense on the play.
The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll run now with Ware. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Spencer Ware, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Nick Perry in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Samson Abukum in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Montravius Adams in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Tressway now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Let's go! And the wideout in motion. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a big play-action pass opportunity right here.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play calling, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Let's go! On play action, they'll throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about
Toe-bashed
that.
it.
Super toe.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. First down carry here for Johnson. Room here to run. And now running right through it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 10 more there and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. In motion left is Thomas. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Look at this spin. There he goes right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Second down following the incompletion.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. J2. Let's go. Let's go. Blue 58.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. Pretty good running there. 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue J2.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Jordan Reed has it. And he is knocked down from the side at the 46. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Let's go. Blue 58.
They'll look to throw here. They'll buy some time right. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On the run, it's Ware. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works free. There he goes again. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 51 yards. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll try the air now with Goff. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Spencer Ware. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Thomas, the man in motion left. Looking to throw. It's brought in by Dodson. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now.
Let's go.
In motion left is Thomas. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58. What's the 3-2. 3-2.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terrell Pryor. 47 yards. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He juked him. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
And now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Dumps that off to Ware. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now Goff on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Let's go.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Let's go.
In motion right is Wilson. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's got room. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Let's go.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Let's go. 3-2. 3-2.
They'll throw now on the final play. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Pryor has it complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Steps and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Quan Alexander able to get in there and drop him behind the line. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack.
3-2. 3-2. Let's go. Blue 58. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now back to throw. Out to the left, it's complete to Dyson. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Show some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Montravius Adams in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's go. Let's go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Check 99. Check 99. 3-2. 3-2. 3-2.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up.
That's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
On the ground, this is Ware. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. The throw on 2nd down is gone. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally, someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just...
And got his man complete. A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 33. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
1st and goal here from the 9. A give to the fullback on the dive. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
That's a nice sizable gain right there, and you got to give credit to the offensive line because when you're dealing with a 3-4 defense, your job first and foremost on the defensive line is to hold everything up and allow your 4 linebackers to stay clean, as they say, with no blockers on them and run to the ball and make a tackle. But on that play, to get that type of yardage, that means they weren't able to stay that clean, and they made the tackle downfield.
Back now at FedEx Field. Now Gallman. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
To throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Wilson, the one he was trying to get it to. And now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58!
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Gallman will run it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Time running out here on the play clock. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And now a carry here for their fullback. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
This has not been a banner game for the defense, not in any shape or form, but I love what they're doing right now. My admiration for them really is jumping up. What a great stand defensively, trying their best to keep them out of the end zone.
And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They go to Johnson again. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. The Redskins on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 14.
Let's go! Blue 58!
They'll try and run with their fullback. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken from just outside the 30. Whoosh. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Packers on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.